Welcome back then folks to the second build for today in Forza Horizon 5, and as I told you before in the, as you should also check out, B-Class workaround for the Mercedes A45 AMG, and that thing is a weapon in B-Class, technically a downgrade from standard form even though it's quicker. This one is another monster build. This is a car which I actually use myself, much like the Mercedes, so you know that this can be used to win events because I actually do. It's A-Class, A800, the Ford Raptor. Again, I picked it because it's an easy car to get, so many players will already have it, and this is just good to go for whatever you need, pretty much, in the pickup style category within the game, be it seasonal events, playground stuff, races, on-road, off-road, and it is a beast. 1,750 horsepower, 2,000 newtons of torque, and still in A-Class with off-road racing or rally tyres as well, so bit of a beast. And as you can see down there, 1,750 horses, 2.6 tons, which actually isn't really that heavy for such a crazy engine. And like you can see there, as far as the spec, 3.4 to 60, and just under 200 miles an hour, so definitely not slow, for a truck especially. Now for the engine, as you can see, we've gone for the twin-turbo 7.4 V8. For the drivetrain, of course, we've left all-wheel drive. One of the things which I personally quite like on these trucks, and I believe this was a later addition in the game's life cycle, if I recall, back on the Xbox original version, is adding these kind of camping look back ends on it. The reason why it's good is because not only does it, in my opinion, look pretty cool, but it also adds a lot of weight to the car, which is not a great thing usually, but it means that you can have more leeway on points in terms of horsepower. So if you remove it, for example, it puts you up to 809 in S1, which, you know, why do that? It's just pointless. It's too low in S1 class, whereas with it, it's much better. As far as the tyres, like I said, we are running the off-road big old chunkies, which look fantastic and they're good to go as well. As far as the tyres, you can upgrade the rears in terms of width while still staying in A800, and usually I would. The reason why I didn't do that is I wanted to see if it would be just as good and potentially bog down a little bit less off-road, because sometimes having enormous tyres isn't always good. And I will say, you could fit them if you want to, you don't necessarily need to. And speaking of choosing whether or not to fit it, if you just want to go for what I've got, which looks exactly like this, aside from the orange of course, and has the same performance, then you can use the code 1393525666, and that will get you this exact build straight on the car. As far as the tyre profile, I have increased those. Again, another later in the game addition, which I personally love. I like having those big old balloon tyres on these vehicles off-road. You could upgrade it to the anti-lag version of the turbo, or the turbo setup. Personally, I don't really like anti-lag in this game, so I'll leave that down to you if you want to fit it or not. As far as the platform, we've uprated the anti-roll front and rear to racing spec, and that's about it. You can't really do anything else for this point level. As far as the clutch, that is standard. As far as the transmission, unfortunately they all give you way too much of a bump on points to be able to work with. Thankfully though, still a 200 mile an hour truck anyway, so it's not like it's suffering really. We've got the race driveline, and then for the diff I've gone for the off-road setup. So that's it for the build. It's a relatively simple one. It's also fairly affordable. The most expensive thing is probably, what, the engine swap? I don't recall how much that engine swap is, but whatever the case may be, it's a pretty useful car, so it pays for itself, I would say. 26 PSI on the tyres though. As far as the transmission, I mean, it's already a 10-speed anyway, so it would explain why the performance is already good. Let's put it that way, and you don't really need to upgrade it. As far as most of the stuff, you can't really adjust it, and I haven't really adjusted it. I have gone for 100% though, if not already on there. I don't recall if I did it or if it already comes that way on acceleration and decel. 70% is what I've gone for the center torque split. That suits me pretty well, and of course all that remains after all of that is to actually jump out, in this case off-road, to show you what it can do. And I feel like for most players, chances are you'll probably use it off-road more than on-road, so it seemed more appropriate to take it there. You could definitely use it for both though. This is the kind of truck where, especially if you're, say, newer to the game, you've got some cash, you want to tune up a vehicle to use it as an all-rounder, well, most people can get the Raptor pretty easily. A-Class is very useful in any kind of category, and also it means that you can, you know, traverse the map, you can go anywhere, but you've still got 1,700 horsepower, so it's quick off the line, it's got good top speed. It's kind of just a really solid all-rounder. For me personally, I will say, to be completely honest, this is not my go-to truck in A-Class. It probably is better than what my go-to two is, because personally I really love using two of the electric ones. I love the Rivian and I love the Hummer. I use the electric Hummer all the time. I love it, and it's not as good. It is not as quick off the line, and the top speed's not as good, but I just enjoy it. You know, I just love the new Hummer. If you want a solid all-round truck with beastly performance, give this one a go. I hope you enjoy it, or grab it via the tune code. Of course, check out the muck, and stick around for more builds in future. But for now, thanks for watching.